All right, guys, she's just about done. As you kind of know, this has probably been about 1.5 years in the making of putting this car back together from how it was to where it is now. You guys know all the tidbits that went along with it and that kind of make this car what it is. The paint was repainted. The Turbo 2 stickers are OEM. Got those from Atkins. Not cheap. Each one is like almost 50 bucks. But she came out beautiful. You know, Fantastic Customs did a 2-stage paint correction and ceramic pro on the car. After obviously it was painted. Came out like showroom fresh. And with that, you can kind of see the condition that it's in. Walking around in some weeds here, which I'm not too particularly fond of, especially with fire ants around. But you can just see how she came out. And you know, it's one of those things where you kind of hope and pray how it comes out. At times, you know, you have to leave it into other people's control. And you know, she just came out absolutely stunning. Almost like showroom fresh. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that it's 1989 and that it was repainted, you'd never know. And you know, you kind of have, I had to get the Kenwood system. I couldn't find the OEM radio that went along with it, but you can see the mileage on here. Those are in kilometers, by the way. So take 62% of that and you're close to what the actual mileage is, which is around 10,000 miles. Everything works. Even the cruise control works here. And the car just flawlessly goes through the gears. Let me pop the hood here so you guys can kind of see how things are. The security system works. You could even see the detail on the door panels. I mean, even the ripples in here in the leather, it just looks like new. I've been off for a little bit, but I'm gonna start up again. So here's the motor. You can see how clean it is all the way through. And again, because this is a right-hand drive hood, it has all of the Japanese markings on them. So a little bit of history on this car. Given the fact that it has such low miles on it, it was hit on the other side, on the door. When I say hit, the driver hit a pole or hit something when the car was brand new. Mazda wrote it off, and with that, they gave it to a school, and the school was never supposed to sell it and only use it for auto shop class. And there it sat since 1989 up until about 6.5 years ago. The school went defunct, and the first buyer, Dave, who lives up in Canada, bought it with 650 kilometers on it. Had it for a little bit and sold it to the guy I bought it from. And he lives up in upstate New York. And he had it for about 5 years. And with that, he put on probably about 5,000 miles on it over a 5-year period, which is more normal than nothing over 35 years. And I bought it from him. And, you know, like I said, the transaction went beautifully. I'm still in touch with him and with Dave. But when Dave bought it, or when Mazda gave it to the school, what they did was, the deal was that they were never supposed to sell it. And with that, what they did was they popped off the VIN. So the VIN was, the tag was recreated. And they tried to scratch out the VIN number on the firewall. And they popped off the little plate that also goes on the firewall. However, you could still read the VIN number on the firewall, and you can read the VIN number on the door jamb. You also have the Canadian flag here, along with the specs from the factory. So the car is legit, no doubt, and you know, just runs like a top. It's amazing how strong that motor is. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of breakdown of what I did here, I got the front chin spoiler put on there. I found the rare privacy cover, which I had to put PVC piping underneath, because as you could probably see, there's a crease right there. You know, underneath this carpeting or carpeted top, it's cardboard. So in time, it undid itself and kind of sagged at the point where the most weight was. Found the speaker covers that go along with this. And like I said before, I had it painted 2-stage paint correction, Ceramic Pro. Also redid the audio, as I showed earlier. That's all touchscreen now, along with navigation and Bluetooth and anything else that you want. Also, this part right here was replaced. There was a gaping hole right in this area. You could see it in the previous videos. It was just open with the white foam. The guy who fixed this did not want to touch the seats when I first got the car, because the leather was so brittle. I went through about 8-9 weeks of moisturizing and rejuvenating the leather. And when I brought it back to him, it was in a condition that he was comfortable enough in fixing this. So he did fix it, and it looks, unless you're looking for it, it looks just like the rest of the seat. Everything has been conditioned on the inside, even the top here, the entire dashboard as well, numerous times, in order to really bring back the color. Like I said, the cruise control works. I've used it a lot. With most of these cars, the windshield wipers only work on one speed. That just needs to get fixed. That's not a big deal, because it never goes out in the rain anyway. Everything else works, you know. And also the fog lights were put in down below, so you could see those in there as well. Lights are perfect. I've driven this car at night, and it's just amazing on how well this really came together. So, and I also put a Racing Beat exhaust on it. New tires. I went with the Firestone Firehawks, and I also went with a size bigger. I didn't go with 205s, I did 225s. And the reason for that is, when you go with a Racing Beat exhaust, it adds about 60 horsepower to the car. And with that, the rear fuel injectors needed to be had to get bigger fuel injectors in there, in order for the rear rotor not to blow up with the amount of fuel that the car is going to need in order to deliver the other 60 horsepower. So had that done, the car is, in with all intent and purposes, probably just as quick, probably just as fast as the FD that I have. So I have both of these cars are probably running right around the same. So With that, let me pop the trunk here. Shocks are still really good. You could see how they hold their own. You can see the bracing that I put underneath here. Painted it black. Carpeting is like in perfect condition. I also added these pieces here that act as shelving for that cover. So, and the security system works as well. The light does blink. This light does work. So let's get this thing going. Starts up. Get my seatbelt on here. Take it for a little ride. Get this going. So you can see it, it's lit up. That's the security system. And in time it will blink. There it goes. So all the pieces work here, and I'll tell you, she came out beautifully. Not many like this around anymore, which is very unfortunate. But other than, you know, everything that I did to her, she's pretty much as factory, you know. There's just there just aren't many left, and it's very unfortunate. You know, they look like the 944 as, you know, I think more of a streamlined, streamed down version of it, and I think it looks a lot sexier and prettier than that. So my opinion. Other than that, you guys, you know, let me know if you have any questions or what have you with this car, and we'll see you soon. You know, like also one last thing, I've been off for a little while, had to deal with some things, but a video on the Audi will be coming shortly. I do have to clean it up. I won't have time today to do that, but I will. I'll definitely put something out next week. So I'll see you guys soon.